Oh, you want me to explain it beforehand? Wait, if I explain what's in the text document, I spoil the game. Do you still want me to explain it now? In the bottom right is Michael. He is the red Terran. In the top left is Busy. Or, after. Okay. Well, fuck, man. Don't say it at the very beginning of the game if you want me to do it after. Alright. Top is Sass Locdog. And he is teal. There is a reason for there only being one game, but you will see afterwards. This is going to be for money. Winner gets money. Loser gets a hug. I'd almost make the argument that getting a big teddy bear hug over Skype might even be worth $20. I bet it is to some people. Alright. Apparently we're discussing our GC plans. These are all on the same Gambit Cup team. Both Locdog and Michael and Busy, all playing for SAS. Oh shit. Oh shit. Those super secret strats don't want game to be knowing their strategies. Alright. Okay. Has Locdog been playing for SAS? I think he did a couple of times, but mostly not. Alright. So. Michael with the 14cc. We almost had a 14cc from one of our players once, but it was not. Wow. Double 14cc? Double 14cc. Okay, what I was gonna say was we almost had a 14cc earlier in one of our other sets, but it didn't quite pan out. And they did manage to get down the barracks first. It was a little bit delayed for whatever reason. So it wasn't true 14cc. Now, we're both going 14cc. It's good to see that Michael's keyboard isn't broken. And it's not like all of a sudden all of his buttons got mapped to period. That would have been the funniest if that's what was going on. And they were both playing without their keyboards because all they could do was type period and enter. Period and enter. Alright. So, bunker going down for Michael. Actually, not going to need the bunker because his opponent's going 14cc. But since Michael hasn't scouted yet, he doesn't know. Going to waste a little bit of money on that. Not too big of a deal. And both players started their factories. Rather fortunate for both players that it's not going to make a difference. But if Locdog, excuse me, if either player hadn't gone 14cc and had just gone factory first, like we've been seeing a lot, and then followed it up with extra Marines because of 2 racks, I think that's the real difference. Why 14cc is more safe in normal TBT than it is here, because you can get away with going 1 factory 2 racks and attack, or you really can't in a normal TBT. It's just a waste of Marine. It's a waste of money into the Marines. It's a waste of money into the extra barracks because none of that's going to be relevant in another few minutes once they get a good number of tanks out. But in this format, they're not irrelevant. They continue to matter. So it's a more viable thing to do. Go for that 1 factory 2 racks attack. So, Michael with the 2-port. And Locdog with the 2-port. Certainly Locdog loved his Wraiths in his series versus Cryok. And not quite enough money. Oh, now we have enough money. Now we have enough money. There we go. Alright. So, yep. Once again, Locdog with his 3-port Wraith. Michael has also 3-port Wraith. Bringing down his 3rd. So, just slightly behind Locdog's, but not terribly far behind. And we're going to have a big Wraith battle. Okay. Locdog with the early cloak. We've seen this a little, quite frequently actually, that players go Wraith and then mass up lots of Wraiths and 4 starports before finally getting the control tower. But this game, both players getting their control towers at a more reasonable time. I mean, still a little bit later than normal, considering that there's already a couple Wraiths out and you went 3 starport. Oh, collision. And it looks like Locdog barely got the first shot off. And yes, Locdog's going to be able to win that fight. First kill goes to Locdog. Just have a tank out to keep the Vulture from doing any kind of harass. And flies home and gets repaired. So, we have all these flashing lights. Wraith building, Wraith was building, now finished. Gets cloak on the Wraiths. Man, and it's going to come down to one critical engagement, it looks like. Similar to the Busy Michael game, where it all came down to that one Wraith engagement, but this one will be happening a lot faster. It's just a matter of who can get the good cloak off. Who doesn't have the Wraith cloak, isn't paying attention to the shimmers, and then gets ambushed. Looks like Locdog wants to use some of the features on Othello. Can put a turret up here. Helps out a lot more than a turret down on the low ground. Oh, some Wraith fights out in the middle of the map. Cloak is done, but scan goes down from Michael. And it looks like Michael came a little bit ahead in that engagement. He's also attacking with his tanks. Now, normally this is a dangerous position to be in this tournament, because normally you need something to protect those tanks. They die in that low of numbers. They die too quickly, and they're too valuable to be throwing away like that. But since Locdog does not have any bio, might not be an issue. Michael is just going to pull back though, and the barracks is floating out. If he lands it up here, he can do the same fire mat shenanigans he did to beat Busy. Looks like a supply depot going up at the top, so that's just going to be for the scouting, not going to be building a turret up there. Okay. As long as you have the vision up there, it's not going to make a huge difference. And wow, Michael taking third base already, and taking the mineral only. Now, if he's going to stick with Wraiths, the mineral only does not do him any good at all. Like, lets him build extra turrets, but that's just about it. If instead, though, he decides to switch to bio, it will actually be relevant. But he's getting an armory, and throwing down a 4th starport, so I don't know about that. Actually, both players are getting their mineral onlys. Maybe they know something I'm not seeing, but it really looks like gas is going to be the limiting resource. Locdog now getting enough guys on gas. Apparently that was his first run. Alright. Wraiths flying in for Michael. They might have been seen a little bit there, but now turning invisible, coming back. Snipes the SCV. The Wraiths are coming in. And I didn't see the scan, but apparently they have vision. But nope, not going to be enough. Wraiths back off. starport number 5. Locdog only has 3 still, and he's on the same economy as Michael, so he should. I don't know. A little bit odd that Michael's able to produce at that big of a clip, and Locdog is not. In fact, it's a little bit odd that Michael has, like, there's been no engagements and no difference in the build order, but Michael has a 15 supply lead. Oh, I guess it just comes from really nice mechanics for Michael. Michael is obviously a very strong player, and those little things do add up. Or was just around at production. And now Locdog's in the lead once again. But, oh no. Well, I said that this game could come down to just one big engagement. Is that the one big engagement that mattered? Because Locdog's reeling now. Oh, GG. Michael wins. So, there were some shenanigans with this game. Or with this series, excuse me. Apparently, before this game even started, Locdog didn't want to play. So, he wanted to split the prize money with Michael. Because apparently cheating is okay in this tournament. He'd be the second player to be totally cool with cheating. But, obviously, you can't split prizes. We're not MLG LOL up in here. We're StarCraft. We don't do that. So Locdog played the first game, and then he decided he didn't want to play anymore. So Michael wins, and once again, Michael takes 3rd place in a ribbon mirror tour.